Good morning. It is April 27th.
Happy birthday to you.
It's my birthday today. We're in London on my birthday. How wonderful. And today, the London Marathon is going on. So, it's busy. It's busy. So we're going to be very strategic about where we put ourselves. And the first stop this morning, we're going to be walking up to Leicester Square and getting on the tube, and we're going to go to a place called Highgate. Now, Highgate has a very famous cemetery, and I think there is a bit of a cemetery theme in this series here that we're doing. But famous people buried there, among them George Michael, although his real name, his birth name, is on the headstone. And so, yes, we're going to go and be tourists over in the cemetery and see what happens after that. All right, so we're at a park in Highgate, London. The door won't shut, so I'm the security department here for Stephani.
Thanks for sharing.
You can hear that, right? So we're going to be walking through the park, and we're going to be locating the cemetery. Now, this is a cemetery that takes an admission fee. It's £10 to get in, but it's fascinating because there's a lot of famous graves in there. And one of those graves is George Michael, who is buried under his birth name, and I'm not going to try and pronounce it. And his London home is located right across the street or nearby. Also, his local haunt, his pub, rumoured to be the most haunted pub in England, is also located nearby. And we're going to see if it's open today. If it's open, we're going to have some lunch. Quite a delightful park, actually. Really nicely laid out. So this is the east side of the Highgate Cemetery. What I observe right from the get-go is how congested it is. There's no spare room here. It's a full house, man. And some of the graves are quite old. Here we can see that there's a tree that has grown up between the graves and is now over the pathway. And this is the grave of Alexander Litvinenko, who Vladimir Putin poisoned and killed. And he died on 23rd November 2006, and this is where he is buried. Poor soul. He was murdered by Vladimir Putin. Well, that was super interesting. Understandably, we were not allowed to videotape much of that, so very interesting hearing about all the people that are buried in there, and a lot of the stories behind the symbolism on the headstones. And I'm going to try and write down some notes on that and maybe recap in a little more detail later. But right now we're tackling this hill. It's the only thing that stands between us and a nice cold pint. Walking through Highgate after lunch, lovely fish and chip lunch with a pint of Guinness. At the end of that tour we were ready for refreshments. Yes.